What's going on, everybody? The Original Mako back with some more Gunfire Reborn content. But first, listen to me very carefully. You're going to want to go to the links in the description right now, and you're definitely going to want to check out that Twitch link and give it a follow, and try to possibly stop by this Sunday. Why? Because we are doing something a ton of fun this Sunday. If you're into Gunfire, I know you're going to like it. Plus, well, let me just explain it to you. So, on Sunday, on stream, or Sunday evening, around probably 8 Eastern, for about 3-4 hours, who knows how long, I am going to be doing Gunfire Reborn speedruns. I have to beat the game in under 22 minutes, or else I have to eat 5 very, very, very hot chips. And most of you probably didn't know me when I've eaten these chips in the past, but I don't do well with hot things. And last time I did something where I was eating these chips, I was a mess, and it was terrible. But fun for everybody who was watching. So, during the stream, there's going to be different ways to make me slower throughout the game. To give you an example, for $5, let me just double check it to make sure that I say this right. There's going to be different price points to make me different tiers of slower. So for $5 or 2 gifted subs, I must use the next weapon dropped by an enemy until another $5 or the end of the stage. For $10, I have to use the foundry only for the rest of the room. For $15, foundry only the rest of the stage. $25 next run, I have to use the cat. Can't use dog, tiger, or bird. And then for $50, I have to reset until I get a Frenzied Shark out of the starting room, and I have to use nothing but the Frenzied Shark for the entirety of the run. So we should be able to get tons of runs in, which means there's potential that I'm going to be eating a lot of those chips, and it's just not going to be fun. But the best part about this is, if you donate $1 or gift 1 sub, you can vote on the game we're going to play next Sunday, where we're going to have another challenge and more ways to make me fail with that challenge. So every single Sunday we're going to be doing this. It's going to be called something cheesy like Sunday Fun Day. But you guys are going to be able to control what games we play. You'll have the option from any game in my Steam library, or any game on Steam that is $10 or less. Obviously, terms of service permitting, because I'm going to be streaming it and posting it on YouTube. So terms of service permitting, any game $10 or less, or that is on my Steam library. And for $1 or 1 gifted sub, you can vote on which game we're going to play. So when you're in the stream, talk to each other in chat, figure out what you want to do. I already gave an example that I'm sure is going to get picked sooner or later. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is, I believe, $8 on Steam, so it's under $10, so it hits the mark. But anyways, it should be a lot of fun, and hopefully it can be a lot of good content for you guys over on the stream. So you're going to want to check that out. That being said, let's go ahead and hop into the video for today, which is what I want to see from the next Gunfire update, which I'm hoping is coming at the end of this month. The big summer 2021 update. I've been waiting a long time for more content update. There hasn't been a content update since this update, which I went on a rant about that in another video, so we're not going to talk about it. But I do have high expectations because of the fact that there hasn't been any content since then. So let me just knock these out one by one. So new random boss. Obviously, the very first new boss was an alternate boss for the first stage, for the first area. The second new random boss was an alternate boss for the desert. So it's more than likely going to be a new random alternate boss for the duo fjord, the third area, which as of right now is technically the final boss. Obviously, as you can see here, there's going to be a new main level that comes after the duo fjord with a actual final boss in the full release. But this is probably going to be an alternate final boss for now. So what do I want from it? I want the new alternate final boss to be something more like something like the Wind God, honestly. I don't know why they do this. I don't know why they've done this. But in my opinion, the desert stage, the Anxi Desert, I think that's how you pronounce it, is harder to deal with in general than the Duo Fjord, in my opinion. The Wind God feels more like a final boss than the final boss does. The Wind God has like 5-6 different things you have to be paying attention to at all times. Close range weapons are a pain in the ass to try to hit him with. And even long range weapons are a pain to try to hit him with because he moves around. Like, he literally just drank 12 cups of coffee that were like 100% caffeine. Like, it's so difficult to deal with. So I want the new alternate final boss to be something more like that. That's difficult because it's technically the final boss right now. If they have to tone it down a little bit, then they do. And they should tone down the Wind God, mind you. But the fact that there's the worm that you can get in the second stage, which is, I don't want to say easy, but way easier by comparison than the Wind God. The Wind God is the most difficult boss in the game right now, and that's a fact. The hardest part about the final boss currently is those little squids that he throws out that do decay. Because if you don't have snow boots or corrosion shard, you kind of actually have to pay attention to those, and that makes them very annoying to deal with. But the Wind God is still more difficult than that. So I'm hoping that the new random boss is going to be final boss worthy. The current final boss right now is I think hard enough to make it worthy of being a final boss, but the Wind God is just they made the Wind God too hard, so I hope they don't make this one too weak. So hopefully the new random boss is something decent. New weapons. I'm not too picky about this, but I do have a couple. I want to see the lightning version of the kunai so unbelievably bad. I'd probably give my left pinky for it. Like, there's a corrosive, there's the prism, there's the glimmering. You know they're going to do a lightning version. They have to. I just want to see it sooner rather than later. Maybe it could be like a shuriken or something. Oh, God, there's so many possibilities. Along the same lines, there is a lightning glove and the laser gloves. So the corrosive glove would be kind of cool to see. Another glove to use. More melee weapons. I want to see at least one more melee weapon from this update, and I'm almost certain we'll get one. Hopefully it's better than the flowing light, because the flowing light is one of the most disappointing things that I think has happened in this game. I heard melee weapon. I got excited. I used it. I got unexcited so fast. So hopefully new melee weapons that are decent. And that's really it for new weapons. Other than that, just hopefully some more creative things that have a lot of fun synergies. The new hero. I tried to do some guessing on the new hero last time, and I just failed miserably. I would say they're going to put in... the bird right now is kind of more geared towards close range, but I would say they'd put in a hero that's like specifically geared towards melee weapons, but there's not enough melee weapons yet in the game for me to think that they're going to do that. So unless they're adding like 4 or 5 melee weapons, then I don't think it's going to happen. But maybe something along the lines of, I know I've talked about this in my chat on Twitch sometimes, but something along the lines of maybe a lizard of some sort that can like go invis or something. Maybe a panda that's like super just tanky, but like really slow. Has a lot of defensive stuff, can just be an absolute unit. He can make all the enemies attack him, like something like that, like a tank. Or maybe just a super, well, that's kind of what the most recent, I was going to say a really super squishy but insanely fast type of character, but that's more what the most recent random hero or new hero was. So if I had to guess, I would guess something more towards like the panda I was talking about, something like a tank. A lot of health, a lot of shield or armor, and has some abilities that are definitely more geared towards defense. That'd be my guess. Let me know what you guys think down below, what your guess for the new hero is. It's always interesting to see what people think. I'm going to skip Talent 2.0 for now. I'll talk about that last. New Ocular scrolls. just don't be terrible. Whenever they release new Oculus scrolls, they're either all bad or all something that I want to try. Like, just give us something that can work in a lot of different synergies, is super flexible, something that's going to be fun to try out. The most recent example, I don't remember what the most recent scrolls were, but I remember like Lone Ranger was one. All the multiplayer ones, the co-op ones. Like, I play mostly single player, so the co-op ones were literally useless to me, so thank you. Like, make stuff that's good in co-op and single player. And then like Lone Ranger was so hard to understand and so long text that I don't even take it. Like, I barely even know what Lone Ranger does. I know if you don't attack enemies for a certain amount of time, or if there's no enemies within a certain distance, you get some buffs or something, but like, just make it clear, concise, and synergistic. That's all I want from new scrolls. Just something good that I can use that has a lot of different potential synergies with it. So hopefully we can get that out of it. But where this update makes or breaks itself is with Talent 2.0, this right here. Talent 2.0 could either make this game just infinitely better than it already is, or make everybody so unbelievably disappointed. So the current talent system, obviously, is you get a bunch of soul essence as you're playing through the game, and you can unlock these talents in a skill tree fashion. Problem is, as soon as you unlock everything in the skill tree, essence is literally pointless, and the skill tree is not super big or anything. So essence becomes essentially pointless. And since you can unlock every single thing, there's no need to do a certain type of build or anything like that. There's two things that I hope happen. There's two things. There's two ways that they could do Talent 2.0 that I would like to see. First way is they make increase the amount of talents that there are and make essence useful in other ways. Essence needs to, other than revives. You can revive for essence, but once again, once you have everything unlocked, using essence to revive is pointless. So using essence for other things, like maybe re-rolling weapons more, or maybe there's a special buy in the peddler that you can use essence to buy. Something like that, I think, is there's so many things that they could do with essence. So many things. So hopefully, I would like to see it go that way, but the way it's described as Talent 2.0 makes it seem like the entire talent system is going to be changed. So what I'd like to see them do is add a huge and very large increased amount of talents and make it so you can't unlock every single thing. You can only unlock a certain amount. Why? Because that means you have to do certain builds, quote unquote, for your character. If you're getting ready to do a run with the cat, it's going to be different than if you're getting ready to do a run with the dog versus the tiger versus the bird. There's different builds you're going to want to have for each. You can't just have every single thing. You have to pick and choose. Doing that automatically makes the game more replayable because there's different builds you can try. Instead of just getting everything, there's different things you can do. So changing the talent system to be more like that, or something along the lines of throughout the run you get talent, like you go through this talent tree as the run is going on and unlock certain talents, and then at the beginning of your next run all the talents are reset again, and throughout the run you get to pick certain talents, kind of like Ascensions essentially, but you do it with a talent tree. Could be interesting. But Talent 2.0 is going to be a big deal. However they choose to do it, could be super, super good for this game, or just extremely disappointing and lackluster and underwhelming. The worst thing they could do is just add another couple rows of talents, make them all unlockable, and say, hey, here you go. Here's Talent 2.0. Because then we're in the same spot after another couple weeks of playing. You're in the exact same spot where Essence is useless. You have everything unlocked. There's no customizability of your runs. It's just the same exact thing. So hopefully they do a really good job of that. I don't know what to do. I'm like 50-50 on if they are or aren't. So we'll see what happens. But those are kind of the things that I want to see or am expecting from the new update. Let me know what you guys are expecting or what you guys want to see. Like I said, be sure to check out the link in the description for the Twitch channel. Stop by Streams Not on Sunday too. I mean, we have a lot of fun over there. So check that out. It would really mean a lot. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are ready for this new update. I know I am. If you want to see all the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You better believe on update day, we're going to have videos on the new weapons, the new bosses, the new talents, the new hero, the new scrolls. It's all going to be right here at the Original Mako's channel. So you're going to want to be subscribed for that. But thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Check out the links in the description. I love all of your faces, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.